In honor of Anna Wintour retiring, guess what we did? Bob. You know what I'm saying? Like, I keep paying a little homage to her and her legacy. 37 years. That shit matters. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to do the bangs like her. Like, don't get me wrong. I like Fashion Granny a lot, but not that much. Not enough to give the bob bangs as well. Don't think so. You know, in this moment right now, it's really giving lob. You know, like, it's a little long. It's not crisp. It's not clean. I'm sorry if I should cut it shorter. Because the thing is, like, to me, lob always gives, like, woman about to file for divorce, right? Like, a woman who's thinking about leaving her husband will cut her hair into a long bob to do something new, something fresh, give herself a burst of energy, try and, like, the one last ditch effort, like, a week before she files a divorce, like, just to give her marriage a second chance. To be like, let me see if he's going to see my hair, be like, oh my God, I love it, and fall in love with me again. And he never does. And then when she actually files, then she cuts even more and makes it sharp so that he knows taking that money. You know what I'm saying? When we go to court, you know what I'm saying? But like me, I'm not the kind of in-between girl. I'm not really an in-between girl. I'm like, let's get straight to the money. So I really do think that maybe I should cut it shorter. But before we get into that, let's go down the list of some famous bobs of all time. Play the memorial music. Let's do the slideshow. Like, why don't you guys help me? Somebody come and help me. Because you know what it is, Alicia? I asked you to give me a bob, and you gave me a little bit of revuelto. You know what I'm saying? And, like, I wanted to give bob so bad that it's giving discount furniture. And I feel like you're not getting that. You know what I'm saying? We're not there yet. No, Alicia, like, I wanted to give bob so hard that when I go out in the audience tonight, my audience is going to see me and be like, oh, my God, I wish I had a paintbrush. Like, I suddenly have the urge to paint a landscape. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, bob. So my normal hair and makeup person is not here today, but it's okay. Alicia is, you know what I'm saying? Her resume says that she also does hair, so we're good there. So Alicia cut my hair for me. How's the back looking? Cut a little here. Here. Yeah, I'm feeling good about that. And maybe just like a little bit more here. Yeah, mommy, yeah. It's getting stricter around here. I can feel my tightening up, feel myself playing no games. I want to speak to that manager. You know what I'm saying? Like, right now, it's giving Timothy Chalamet in his Oscar-nominated role as that fictional singer. Or he was real. I really don't know. I don't keep up with white history, so I don't know. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now it's giving the actor from Call Me Saul. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Breaking Bad universe. We're there. Serious. A little more in the back, and now it's giving the builder. You know what I'm saying? A little more off the top here. I'm gonna leave the wig bald if I keep going the way I'm going. Now it's giving Jamaica. It's giving three little birds sat on my window. It's giving every little thing is gonna be alright. Yeah.
Oh, it's the bob. Oh, it's the bob. Look at bob. Oh, it's the bob.
I think I'm good at where we're at right now. Not emotionally, but bob wise. You know, Robert De Niro, you're not gonna get a better bob than that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's as good as it's gonna get. Like, she's cute, but I feel like if I went to court right now, she's not crisp enough. You know, like the judge would be like, she's lying about her injuries. She's not gonna win the lawsuit, honey. I could tell by the bob. And he would be right. I am lying, but I want the money. So I feel like maybe I should clean it up a little bit to make sure I win. I can't afford to take any more L's in court. Next time I go to court, when a celebrity sends me another cease and desist, I need to make sure that my bob is ready. Because I feel like if I show up to court for a stalking / cease and desist case from a celebrity, the judge is gonna be like, look at her bob. Look at her bob. She did that. She's guilty. Gotta crisp it up so they know that I'm a businesswoman and I wasn't being malicious. It wasn't slander. I wasn't spreading gossip and stories. Anna Wintour would be proud. Anna Wintour wishes in her 97 years of life has never slayed like this. The bob has never. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's got body, she's got flavor, she's got salsa. She's got life left in her. I can't say the same for Anna Wintour. There's another cease and desist. Ugh. Let me tell you something. The personality sucks, but the girl is bad. Like, she might be evil, but oh God, oh Can't believe she looks like that. I have a great show for you guys today. I'm so excited. Today we are going to dig down in some muddy waters and we are going to get very, very messy, okay? Can't wait. The thing about it is, if you was there being messy, I was there taking notes. No, because I'm legit irritated. I'm irritated. Like, it's literally 7 in the morning and we're still done with this. I have an attitude and it's fine. I'm not going to overreact at all. You don't have to worry about it, okay? I don't know how your kids are going to college though, because you're not going to be able to afford it because you are fired. Not to overreact or anything. And actually, it's even better for you though, because your kid was never going to college. She takes after you. You know what I'm saying? Got the mom's forehead, but the dad's brain. You're a dummy. Get out. Can we turn the cameras on? Let's go. Can we do this? Can we get this done?
Hi, welcome back to the Daily Show. I'm so excited to have you guys here. As you guys know, this week it's been like 95 degrees. I have been sweating like it is no one's business. And even with all that sweat, the body is still not summer ready. No, it's time to lock in, okay? Because summer is already halfway done, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're halfway done to June. It's basically halfway done. So I decided to lock in and do a liquid diet because, you know what I'm saying? You got to get strict. You got to get strict. So we're doing a liquid-only diet, and I think that it is time officially for dinner. I think we want to keep dinner really, really light. Again, we're trying to stay low carb. So I was thinking maybe just go really old school and do a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. That sounds good, right? Let's make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Except for we are on a liquid diet, so we're going to do it liquid only. Enough strong. We're going to start with our peanut butter. And for our peanut butter, we're going to do peanut butter whiskey. I'm really excited about it. It smells so good. To me, I mean, okay, afterward it smells peanut butter, but at first it kind of smells like butterscotch, which is delicious. I wish I had a butterscotch candy. What am I, 80 years old? Yeah, butterscotch is delicious. What's the problem? People don't like joy? But anyways, cheers to the first half of our sandwich. Here we go with the peanut butter. I think we're just going to take it straight up, right? I feel like because we're going to have a messy episode, we're going to muddy the waters. We might as well be messy and sloppy with every other part of it as well and get a little twisted. It's actually weirdly really good. I feel like this would probably be delicious over vanilla ice cream. Too bad we're on a diet. But over vanilla ice cream, that would actually be pretty good. So for our jelly, we're going to make, in this jar, I have some leftover jelly, and we're going to make some, like a jelly margarita. I saw this recipe, a white woman did it on TikTok, and I was so intrigued by it. And I go through so much jelly. I'm like, I'm going to have a jar left over, so I'm going to do it. Yes, I stole this recipe from her, but stealing from white people doesn't really count as stealing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're just making Harriet Tubman proud. Okay? So here is my leftover jelly. I'm obsessed with jelly. Love, 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 love. And I have some tequila here. Mixing white and dark because segregation is over. Okay? So you can mix light and dark. Segregation is over. Okay? I'm going to do 2 shots of tequila. Just straight in there and use that as our shaker as well, which I feel like it's going to be really cute. Then I'm also going to do some lime juice. I think I'm going to do the juice of like an entire lime. It's like a fake margarita because I don't have Cointreau. Which also, if you don't have that, you can usually use orange juice. I don't have orange juice either. If you don't have orange juice either, you can just shut up and make whatever mixed drink you're making and call it a day. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you going to do? Okay, I also have this pepper that I've told you guys a million times. I got peppers from my sister's house in her garden, and because they're organic, they're super, super spicy. So literally, I'm going to add in like 2 big pieces, and that should be more than enough. I also made some simple syrup, and the reason why mine is brown is because I made it with brown sugar. It's what I had, but it'll do the same trick. But I'm going to add a lot because, actually maybe not because jelly is sweet. So I'm going to add like, what's 3/4 of 2 ounces? 1 ounce and 1/4. Ooh, was that math? I think that was right. Was that right or no? I think that may have been right. So I'm going to add that in for sugar. I wish I had crushed ice, but I don't. But I do have these little circle balls of ice. And, well, it's a half circle, a half moon. Oh. Oh! Doesn't fit. So close to. All right. Okay, that's everything I have. I have some pineapple juice, but I feel like pineapple juice would be weird with it, so I don't know. Go to the top, and I want to use it as a shaker. It's pretty good. Okay, so I shook it as hard as I possibly could. It's a very pretty pink color until most of the jelly from off my jar, like, look, is like off of there. And it honestly looks pretty good. Plus, I crushed my ice, which is great, and the drink feels freezing. any soda, so that's why I'm not adding soda. But you're on a diet, skip the unnecessary carbs, and then just have your liquor straight like an alcoholic and stop playing these games. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're on a diet. Be serious. Prioritize your health over the need to make a drink that tastes okay. Okay, I'm smelling her. She actually smells so good. Let's try her. Oh my God, why is that delicious? That is actually so delicious. Like, I'm shocked. I'm sorry. Like, I hate to. It tastes like Welch's grape juice, but with tequila. Like, it tastes like your mom accidentally gave you the wrong juice box for school. Like, I kid you not. I'm shocked at how good this actually is. Again, my peppers are super strong, so it's already super, super spicy. But if you do it at home, you do it with just like one slice of jalapeno to just give like a tiny bit of a kick to like balance out that sweetness. It's really delicious. Like, I don't mind that mine is spicy, but it is very spicy. But this is actually surprisingly so good. So you guys have it, my liquid diet. Peanut butter and jelly. Look at that. People say I'm not healthy. Come on, like, what do you mean? Welcome back to another episode of The Daily Show, where everybody's business is free game but mine. Okay, today I have a great and fun, really exciting episode for you guys. We are on theme and we are going to get really muddy and all up in everybody's business. And if you think the story is good now, wait till I start filling in those details that you forgot to tell me. I didn't hear details, I will be making them up. I'm going to treat your life like a Mad Lib and I'm just going to throw in words and details in there that never even happened. Don't care. I like my gossip juicy like me, okay? And if the story you're telling is not good enough, I'm going to make it more interesting. I'm going to take some creative liberties and really edit this and let's give the people a show, you know? And in my defense, I will say is that you people have my information. If you want to tell your side of the story and you want to give me every detail of exactly what happened, reach out to me. But if you don't, I'm going to have to make something up. I have no choice. I'm going to have to go to Dragonland and start telling some tales. Sorry. Like, that's what we're going to do. A little drink with me. Let's get messy. I want to start off a little bit more serious, and we just want to take a moment of silence here at the show. And we want to give a moment of silence for Anna Wintour, who has passed. We just want to give a moment of silence in her life. Oh, God, a pepper. Sorry. What? She didn't die? Oh, so we just sat here in silence for no reason? All right. Correction, I'm sorry. I said I was going to make the stories interesting, but I didn't mean to make it that interesting. She is still alive and well. What actually happened is that Anna Wintour is going to step down as editor-in-chief of Vogue after 37 years at the job. At the ripe age of 75, shot down in her prime, still has so many career milestones to hit, she is choosing to retire. Except for that's not actually true. What she's choosing to do is to step down and have somebody else place, but she will still be the boss. She's going to give someone else a title and she's going to look over the idea of it. And she is trying to usher in a new generation of people, which I think is actually really cool. It's what I've been saying for a long time, is that she should have been mentoring someone and bringing someone else in. My question, and where we get messy, is why would she choose to do this at year 37 and not wait 3 more years so that she could say that she was editor-in-chief of Vogue for 4 years? You know what I'm saying? Like, who decides to retire or step down at 37, at year 37, when you could just hold out 3 more years? And if you wanted to leave, why not leave at year 35 so it'd be nice, crisp, and even? Why leave at 37, uneven number? Doesn't seem weird to you guys? Doesn't seem like someone. And then her response being is that she wants to usher in a new wave of young and more creative people who can like bring Vogue to its next level. Does that sound like words that she would have used? I know when somebody's getting soft-fired. That was suspicious, yeah? I mean, I'm happy it aligns with the complaints that I have been making. Like, I think we can't discredit Anna Wintour and her bob. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's done what she needs to do with that little bob on. She has not been playing. She started her uniform on and she stuck to it and she got the job done. And she has done a lot of really amazing stuff in her 37 years at Vogue, right? Like, she's changed the industry. She's the reason why Vogue leans more to celebrity pieces and became this huge celebrity moment. And that pairing of her creating these huge celebrity moments is what made the Met Ball what it is today, right? Like the Met Ball was never as big as it was if it wasn't for Anna Wintour and her connections and the connections and the relationships that she made with celebrities. Like she 100% deserves credit for that. And I just, in my personal opinion, it's not that I think that she's bad at her job. I just think that she's carried the baton as far up on the mountain as she possibly can. And when she came into the industry 37 years ago, she was, I mean, not young. What's 75 minus 37? Whatever that number is. Yeah, that number. She wasn't particularly young, but she was younger and she had a bunch of fresh ideas. But she's you know, like used up all of her ideas. Like her brain is dried up, probably like her uterus. I would have to assume at 75. You know what I'm saying? Like I know celebrity people live differently, but can't be that differently. So it's time. It's been time. I would argue it's been time. I'm saying that she should have been training her protege and her replacement a long time ago to bring in new ideas into vogue. And whether she will actually let this new person that comes in execute these new ideas and let them do it, because she still technically will be the boss of the new person who comes in. So how willing she will be to be able to be like, all right, it's okay, you can go ahead and let people experiment is beyond me. I made the complaint when I was talking about the Met Ball about, I'm like, in a winter, people respect you, like you need to be strict. I don't know. Again, I think that she should take at least minimum the next 2 years to clean things up and get stricter with celebrities again. I've talked about that. It's people in her position who can get celebrities in check. But someone new who is coming in to replace her, who is relatively, obviously won't be new to the industry, but will be new to the job title and new to the power, won't be respected by older celebrities, won't be respected by someone like Rihanna or Beyonce, right? Like will not, because does not have the name power, the backing of Anna Wintour, which is probably one of the reasons why she is still choosing to technically stay on, so that when this person gives an order, Anna Wintour can stand behind them and be like, yeah, you have to do it. You know what I'm saying? But when I was talking about checking celebrities, I'm like, Anna Wintour is one of the people who could do it. And I would hope that she would get them in check, especially after I feel what was the shenanigans that happened on the red carpet this year, that she would be able to do it. And I hope that she's able to do it and clean it up before she leaves, because I fear that the next person might not be able to do it. And I think that in their attempt to do it, they might sever a lot of the very serious and like strong relationships that Anna Wintour and Vogue itself, right through Anna Wintour, has made with celebrities. At this point, I would argue that Vogue is very dependent of celebrities, right? Not just fashion people. Speaking of fashion people, Pharrell has his Louis Vuitton show in Paris, and Jay-Z and Beyonce show up in front row, and people are acting like they've never seen a celebrity before. Like people are literally standing up. Mind you, these are a very exclusive show, so it's not a show full of like influencers. It's a show full of a bunch of other fashion people and like celebrities, right? People are literally standing up on the benches trying to get a picture of her, and it's like, have some class. Have some decorum. Like, please act like you've ever been somewhere before. I really don't get it. Like, if I ever met Beyonce, I would be so chill about it. I would literally be mute because I would faint, and that would be the end of it. Very classy on the floor. She could step right over me, and that would be the end of it. Like, you're sitting up on couches trying to take a video and a picture of her. It's like, oh my God. Let's have some decorum. You people are classless. Also, in the front row of this fashion show next to Jay-Z for a little while there is Bradley Cooper, who I love. You know, you guys know how I feel about Bradley Cooper. Very mixed feelings. I love to hate. I mean, I hate that I love him is correct. Because I hate that I love him, but I do love him. And Beyonce say hello to each other, and he smiles at her really warmly. And one thing is, like, if Bradley Cooper wasn't gay, allegedly, I really think he would be such a catch. But, you know. Anyways, but I'm reminded that Beyonce was supposed to play, what was that girl's name? Joanne? Not Joanne. Stephanie? No. What was her name? Allie. I think. Somebody let me know if I'm wrong. But on A Star Is Born, one of my favorite movies ever, too. Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper. Oh, it's so good. It's one of those things, though, I, like, love that movie, but I feel like one of my favorite movies ever, but I feel like it's too early in life for me to call that one of my favorite movies, because it's a relatively new movie, so I have to wait, like, 10 years, and then I can bring it up, and it can seem really vintage and cool, and seem like I have great taste, even though I do have great taste, and that's an excellent movie, and it will be in my top 4 when Letterboxd finally asks me, yeah, A Star Is Born, Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga is an excellent film. Like, what are you talking about? Bradley Cooper is an excellent actor, and even that, he's also an excellent director. You know, not the point. But anyways, the thought that Beyonce was supposed to star in that movie instead, and it just didn't work out because of scheduling conflicts, makes me wonder, what kind of movie would that have been? And then worse than that is, like, Beyonce acting that late in her career when I thought that she was done with acting, because people can't let go of the fact that she's Beyonce and they can't separate it. So I assume because of that, she was done acting. And it's like, that movie came out just like 4 years ago. I wonder what that would have been like. I really do, truly curious. I mean, Lady Gaga was absolute perfection. Oh, shallow in the E-I-O-U. You know what I'm talking about? Like, just too good. Like, honestly, too good. I watched it in theaters 2 times. Both times I ugly cried. Like, yeah, he got every dollar out of me. Like, truly. And then I went home and I bought the soundtrack, have the soundtrack. Just Sorry, like I love good film. What can I say? And then like I know a good movie when I see one, and I loved it. I really did. But what would have that been like with Beyonce? And also, is there a world where we would have believed Beyonce and Bradley Cooper as a couple? Let me know what you guys think. Would you believe Beyonce and Bradley Cooper as a couple? Would you buy them in a film? Like, do you think that they would have had chemistry? Because Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper had insane chemistry, but a lot of it was forced, right? Like a lot of it was forced because they had to spend so much time together, and they spent so much time promoting that movie so it could be nominated for Oscars, which it was. And Bradley Cooper should have won the Oscar for Best Actor, and I will never forgive you, the Academy. Look at me, the Academy. Look me in the eyes. I know you're watching. I'm never going to forgive you for dubbing him on that. That Oscar should have been his. The accent plus the singing together. Oh my God! Like, are you kidding me? There's no way. It should have been his. But yeah, so I'm wondering if after spending a lot of time together, if Beyonce and Bradley Cooper would have been able to sell it. But also in the same breath, Lady Gaga was kind of single-ish, and Bradley Cooper was technically still dating that model, but nobody was like paying attention to that. So when him and Lady Gaga were spotted out like holding hands, they were able to play into those rumors like there was a possibility that they maybe have been dating, and that played a part into it, coupled up with the fact that their chemistry was so great. And like Beyonce was always married to Jay-Z, so she would have never been able to do that anyway. So I really don't know how that would have worked out. I think in the end it ended up working out for the best, but I am curious. I would pay good money to see like what a table read with Beyonce and playing her part would have been like, or if they took any test shots. Like, release that. Let me see the tapes. The thing about it that you people are not understanding is that there is a world, and where if I thought Bradley Cooper was even like bisexual, which I don't think that he is, if I thought that he was, there's a world where I could believe him and Lady Gaga as a couple. Like I'm like, yeah, especially after watching that movie and see how they interact on the press, I'm like, yeah, there is a world where this makes sense to me. Especially because if we know anything about Bradley Cooper, which we don't, that's why I'm making it up, is such like a passionate and intense artist and is so serious about his art. And to me, that I think that he has a lot of respect for somebody like Lady Gaga, who at the same time is exactly the same, is extremely passionate about her art, is extremely like very serious, is so committed to it, is willing to go above and beyond. And I feel like there's a world where I can see them bond over that. You know what I'm saying? Like I think at its core, Bradley Cooper's problem is that he's kind of an obsessive artist, and I feel like to the point of like it kind of makes him a bad person. Like he cares more about his art and about the completed project than he does more about like his feelings and the people around him and things of the sort. So it probably makes him a pretty bad partner, which is why he's 50 something allegedly dating a 30, you know what I'm saying, a girl who literally just turned 30, a supermodel who just turned 30. It's like, what would, in all honesty, like I don't want to be messy, but I'll push through. The thing about it is, it's not that I don't respect supermodels. I really do. Like I think it's a hard job to do, right? And like the girls who do it well, do it really, really well. I do respect it, but I don't respect it. You know, I don't know why I just lied. I'm going to be honest. I'm a little buzzed now. I'm going to be honest. I don't respect it that much. I don't think it's that hard of a job. Like, do I think that just anybody can do it? No, of course not. But do I think that it requires the same amount of level of talent of like a writer or a singer or a movie director? No, I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I don't think that's the same level of effort. Like, all you really have to do is starve yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really think it requires any kind of creativity. It doesn't require you to make up something new from on top of your brain. Like, that's really what the difference is that, yes, it requires the same level of discipline, right? And it requires a level of skill. It requires a level of commitment. I can agree with all those things, but it doesn't require you to make something up, creativity. It doesn't require you to make up something new. It requires you to be an empty canvas for whatever fashion designer to use you, which is fine. And again, a talent itself, I respect the job. But this idea that a supermodel would be intellectually, and that's not to call them stupid, you know what I'm saying? You know, if I want to call them stupid, I would just say that. But the idea that a model would be intellectually equivalent to like Bradley Cooper, who's a writer, director, and an actor. And again, if you have ever watched his work, which I have watched a lot of his work, he's very passionate. He's a very talented and very, very, very passionate man. And this idea that a 30-year-old, someone 20 years younger than him, who what she does for a living is be a supermodel, would be the kind of person that he would find mentally stimulating. It would be the kind of person that he would really and truly find like as a life partner and be like, me and her have so much in common. We have so many different things to talk about. Like, it's not realistic. It's, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's be honest. I'll be the bad guy. Fine. You people bully me, I'll be the bad guy. Like, it's not realistic. And that's no tea, no shade to her, but a little bit of tea and a little bit of shade to her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm so sorry. Like, I don't know what to tell you. again, makes sense to me when she was dating Zayn, who was in her age group. You know, like that makes sense to me. But again, a man, two things against you: 20 years older than you, and also in an entirely different field where like one of you is doing work that is very mentally grueling, while everyone of you is walking down a runway. I can't understand. Like, you want me to believe this is a couple, and it's like, what would you two be talking about? Like, right when shit gets serious, what do the two of you talk about? Yeah, I don't know. She's a good beard though, gorgeous girl. I don't know why the guys always pick a beard that is like not age appropriate. Why don't you call me up? I'm unemployed. Look at me. It is, what time is, I don't have a watch on. I just checked out. It is 8:20 in the morning and I'm having a margarita. You know what I'm saying? Like, you think I don't have time to be your beard? I got more than enough time. Call me up. I will be a happy beard. At the very minimum, I have one or two intellectual thoughts that I can share. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you bring me around your snobby director friends, I could, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I'll make a little bit of a fool of myself, but it'll be in a cute way. For the most part, I can keep up. I'm not going to drown in this conversation. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of drowning, let me see, how can I do this? Speaking of drowning, Leonardo DiCaprio drowned in Titanic. Leonardo starred in Titanic. Leonardo likes to date young girls. Once upon a time, Selena Gomez was a young girl. Okay, we're there. Selena Gomez. Let's talk about her. You guys know how I feel about her. Love her to death. I swear to you, I love this girl so much. My only issue with her is that if I had to complain about something, it means like if I absolutely had to think of something to complain about her, I would say that I hate her guts. It means like I hate every single thing she stands for, every single thing that comes out her mouth, every single thing that she does irks my last nerve. That's my only complaint. Besides that, love the girl down. Love the girl down. But it was rumored today, I'm going to bring this together. It was rumored today that Orlando Bloom and Katy Perry have called it off after 9 years together, which is a very long time. 9 years together, and they had a baby together, Daisy something something. Orlando Bloom and Katy Perry to me were always a very weird couple because Katy Perry was always like the very weird indie girl, and she dated a lot of weird men. Like, she was married to Russell Brand, she dated the guy from Gym Class Heroes, right? Like, she had a very specific type, and it was kind of like the off-brand, off-humor, kind of quirky, weird guy, right? Like, it was so obvious that Katy Perry's next boyfriend should have been Jared Leto. I don't know how she dropped the ball on that. So when she got with Orlando Bloom was really weird to me because we all know that Orlando Bloom has a baby with Victoria's Secret model Miranda Kerr, who Miranda Kerr then goes off and marries a billionaire and was caught up in all of these very scandalous kind of deals where she allegedly was yachting, as the girls like to call it, which is like when you sell coochie on a boat, I think that's what it's called. And then she was allegedly like caught up in that, and also like being involved with a lot of like very sketchy billionaires and this money stuff, and essentially like dating for money. Good for her, right? Gorgeous girl, used it up, and then went on to go marry herself a billionaire. Right? She married the guy who invented Snapchat, I think it is. Brilliant girl. Like, I love the game, love the hustle. People say, who said models are not talented? Me 10 minutes ago. But let me tell you something, I take it back. I forgot about Miranda Kerr. Miranda Kerr is truly a talent. So anyways, she leaves Orlando Bloom, marries that guy. Then he goes on to date Katy Perry, which I thought was like, how did you two even meet? What did you two even have in common? Like, Orlando Bloom is 100% not Katy Perry's type. Like, how did we end up here? But I was like, whatever. And then she started dating him, and then suddenly, all of a sudden, she was pretty. You know something that's weird? Like, don't get me wrong, Katy Perry was never ugly. You guys could tell me I'm not talking about those looks. Oh, get over yourself. Oh, please. We can be honest about those looks. Who cares? Like, just because the looks are not there doesn't mean they're bad people. It's not that big of a deal. We can be honest. Not everybody's stunning. Not everybody's a Victoria's Secret model, and we can be honest about that. Like, that's fine. But not that I thought Katy Perry was ugly, but Katy Perry was never like stunning. Katy Perry was never like breathtaking, gorgeous. You know what I'm saying? Like, and yes, in part the costumes and the makeup and everything she did was a distraction from it. But when she stripped down from it, still wasn't like, you know, she was kind of a very ordinary looking girl. Then all of a sudden she gets with him, and suddenly she starts like looking a little bit more like polished and clean, which is like whatever. Again, fine. You grow up. You know, you were in your 20s or your late 20s or mid 20s when you first dropped, and now you're older, so you want to lean to a more normal and relaxed. Like, okay, I can do with that. She came out in that one perfume commercial for Daisy by Marc Jacobs. Did I make that up? Is that right? Oh my god, I'm gonna fact check this after this video. I'm gonna be so proud of myself and right about that because I just made that off the top of my head. I didn't even research that. My mind, when it comes to useless information, like, I make myself so proud. She comes out on the Marc Jacobs commercial, and she's in that commercial with the guy from 365, the guy who everybody thinks is really hot, but to me is like so aggressively sexual, that's obviously gay. And not only is it just like, it's not even like regular gay too, it's so gay to the point where it's like a little homophobic to other gay guys. It's like, why are you like that? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, she's in with that guy who everybody thinks is really handsome, and again, it just makes me uncomfortable. And in that commercial though, where she's like in Italy and she's like playing her little tambourine, she has her long black hair and she's wearing a white dress, maybe, I don't know, maybe making that up. She's stunning. She's stunning. Like breathtaking. Like, and her eyes are so, like, they turn the brightness on her eyes up so high. It's like somebody colored them in with a color pencil. Like Bob Ross painted her eyes in for this commercial. She's absolutely breathtaking. And I'm so sorry to that person, but Katy Perry has never been breathtaking. Never, ever, ever. And she's stunning. Like, I'm speechless in that commercial. And I'm like, what are the odds that she started dating Orlando Bloom and suddenly all of a sudden become gorgeous? Yeah. Because his ex-wife is gorgeous, or were him and Miranda Kerr married? I think they were married. I think so. His ex-wife is gorgeous. Is like, okay, whatever. Anyways, so now they called it off after being engaged for X amount of, being together 9 years and then being engaged X amount of years. Time flies by when you're lost in the Caribbean. Is that what Pirates of the Caribbean is about? I don't know. I've never seen it before. But anyways, time flies. And they are broken up now. But then everyone, because they are now broken up, everyone is like, you know what this reminds me of? Funny little story. Ha ha ha. And the year is once upon a time, the year is 2016. Is that right? I think so. It's right. 2016. And the baddest bitch in the entire world, unfortunately for everyone, is Selena Gomez. How did you think I was going to bring her back up? That's it, right? Because, I'm a hater, but I'm not a liar. I might not like the girl, but in 2016, she was top 5 baddest bitches in the world. When she had the super long extensions, yeah, like, she really ate that. Like, that was a bad eat. I don't know what happened, but that was a bad eat. And her and Justin Bieber are broken up for the 5th time this week, right? Like, they are broken up, called it quits, right? Now, here's where it gets messy. So, allegedly, Justin Bieber is hooking up with Miranda Kerr, which Miranda Kerr, again, does not discriminate based on age, sex, gender, nothing. As long as you're rich, she doesn't care. She'll be there. At the time, Justin Bieber was very rich, so Miranda Kerr, where was Miranda Kerr? She was there. Gotta respect the hustle. I love a hustler when I see one, right? So allegedly, Justin Bieber hooked up with her while him and Selena Gomez are on a break. And Selena Gomez on a break, and suddenly, is it year 2016 or is it 2014? I guess I'll find out when I'm editing this. I'll tell you guys what year it was. It was one of the 2 years. So anyways, so then suddenly Selena Gomez is spotted outside a club with Orlando Bloom. It's like they did like a partner swap, wife swap, like the two people from the ABC News, TJ Holmes and the white lady and Amy something. Remember that story where they essentially ended up switching spouses? It's what Justin Bieber and Orlando Bloom were doing with Selena Gomez and Miranda Kerr. He started out. I thought it was so weird. Orlando Bloom is 100% a lot older than Selena Gomez. At this time, Selena Gomez is still pretty young. She's like 21, like much too young for you to be any sniffing around her panties. Like, come on, please. So anyways, I spotted out outside the club. She's wearing a cardigan. Why is she wearing a cardigan to the club? That's how you know she's young. Why is she wearing a cardigan to the club? I don't know. So that was the one time. It was after her concert. And like the thing about it is like she had to do something to make him feel better because he just did have to listen to an hour and a half of her singing, So he was already in a bad mood. She had to make him feel better by giving him a little free meet and greet. I can't blame her. She has to make up for the fact that he wasted his afternoon going to her concert and listening to her sing. So they're spotted out, and then people start buzzing rumors about them dating this and the third. Allegedly, Miranda Kerr is at this concert, not with him, but she is also at this concert. Little does she know, the girl who is on stage singing and making her ears bleed is also sleeping with her man. Awkward. And again, even awkwarder if it turns out Miranda Kerr was actually sleeping with Justin Bieber. Very awkward. Then they stopped for a little while. Okay, so this may have been 2014, and then 2016 is the second time they're spotted out together. Her and Orlando Bloom are spotted out in a club, and people take pictures of them. The pictures are super blurry, super gritty, but it is the two of them. They are like, the club is loud, so you got to whisper in each other's ears. They're kind of snuggling each other's necks. Very, very cutesy. Everyone's like, oh my God, I think they're dating, right? And nothing ever came out of it, probably because everyone had to have a conversation with her in the daylight when the sun was out and he was sober, and he listened to her personality and was like, wow, I hate it here. Yeah, everyone does. And was like, I'm going to get up out of here. And he did. And then, you know what I'm saying. But people are bringing that back up because Orlando Bloom and Katy Perry are now broken up. And now people are questioning every single time that him and Katy, oh, that's the thing. That was the thing. I forgot about that. That was the thing. Hold on. Come back. The whole thing with him, that second time when they're spotted out in the club, him and Katy Perry are already together and have already been dating and were spotted out together the weekend before. So people know for a fact that they were still together. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they just saw them at, once they was at a Met Gala after party, snoogling, being in love with some third. And the very next weekend, he spotted out in the club with Selena Gomez. Then after he's found out Selena Gomez, the pictures are blurry and stuff. Selena Gomez and her team, which I tell you guys, they are magicians. They do witchcraft. Like her team is insane. They get most of these pictures stripped off the internet. I mean, obviously I found it on TMZ because you can't get TMZ to take a picture down. So I found it on TMZ, but everywhere else, and then the story kind of gets buried and people forget about it, which is weird that it's being brought up again now because we were like, oh, Elena Bloom and Katy Perry broke up? Was it because of Selena Gomez? And then people are bringing this back up, which is amazing and beautiful and great and everything. And the thing about it is that Selena Gomez is not hot the way that she used to be again. And Orlando Bloom, he likes her secret models. He's extremely shallow. So unless Selena Gomez is going to go back to, all she needs to do is get those extensions again, and get whatever it is that was like making her face like sharp. And then she'll go back to being a baddie again. And then Orlando Bloom might call her up. Who knows? Do you guys find Orlando Bloom attractive? Never really saw it. Not particularly my thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, can I tell you guys a secret? I also don't really like men who I could potentially beat up. And I feel like if push came to shove, I could beat up Orlando Bloom. Not my type. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really did think that if push came to shove, I really could knock him out. And it's like, no thanks. I'll pass on that, you know? There is a new James Bond movie coming out that just got its own director, Dennis Villanueva. I don't know. It's not Spanish. Villanueva was a Spanish last name. I don't know what it is. Dennis' last name is a V, I think. Watch his first name not even be Dennis. I don't know how many things you guys expect me to remember off the top of my head. But anyways, so there is definitely a new James Bond coming out, which has to be recasted because Daniel Craig has retired as James Bond. Who do you guys want it to be it? I'm hearing a lot of rumors of people wanting Damson Idris to be it. I think if he's going to be black, I have to think that Daniel Kaluuya would make a much better Bond than Damson. Who else do I think would make a good James Bond? I think Charles Milton. I think Charles Milton would make a great James Bond. He's so fine. I can't believe he hasn't had his first major breakout role. I thought his career was going to blow up after May December. It did, and I was really sad about that. But I think he's. Speaking of, you know who also would make a great James Bond? I probably know what it occurred to. Manny Jacinto. Is that how you say his name? Oh my God. Mind you, I hate a man with that facial hair because you look like a woman. If I wanted to make out with a woman, I would make out with a woman. You know, like there are a lot of lesbian bars. It's legal now. Like you can tongue kiss a woman as a woman. It's no big deal. So I really hate it when men have no facial hair. But Manny Jacinto has no facial hair, but he is so fine that you know his face was literally carved out of wood. Like what a perfectly structured face that you don't even care. But I think that he, in a weird world, would make a great James Bond because when he's not being super silly and funny, he has a very like calm seriousness to him that I think James Bond should bring. I think that'd be interesting. Heard argument for Dev Patel. I can hear an argument for Dev Patel as well. Dev Patel has a little bit of a silliness and a boyness to him. Don't get me wrong, I think he's fine, but he has a little bit of a boyness to him that I don't think that James Bond has traditionally had. So I don't know if I could see that for him. But he's so fine that, you know, personally me, if a man is fine, I will watch the movie. I mean, like I will, if he's fine, I will watch. I'm just curious to see if Hollywood is going to finally be bold enough to move away from the white guy and like make James Bond a person of color. Do we think that Hollywood is ready for that, or are people going to lose their mind? Henry Golding would also be another very handsome man, would also to me be a great James Bond. Everyone's talking about Daniel Kaluuya career, speaking of, just to revert back a little bit, I mean, like he's been missing. It's like he directed a movie. He has been working. He's just been behind the scenes. He just hasn't been on your TV screens. And it's like, and also, I love him to death. He's so fine. A little bit stupid, huh? A little bit stupid. Remember the whole thing with the cult allegations? A little bit stupid. Just how I like them. Just my type. The minute I heard about the cult thing, I said, oh, you're gullible? Yeah, me and you go together real bad. We go together real bad. The thing about me is I love me a Ken. Then, like, I love me a himbo. Like, my type for real. Well, Daniel, yeah, you need to call me up. You and I can talk about some things, for sure. Okay, folks, that's everything I have for you guys today, all right? I'll see you next week. Make sure you drop in the comments. Let me know what you'd like me the next week's episode to be about. And thank you for getting down and dirty and messy. I really love that. Love you.